Hey everyone, how y'all doing? And welcome back to another meta guide. So we are in the Willpower Cup. So the Willpower Cup, Psychic, Dark, and Fighting type Pokemon are going to be eligible. This is a Great League meta, and Gardevoir, Zorua, and Zoroark are banned from this cup. So, yeah, I mean, this is kind of like an RPS meta. It's never been my favorite, to be honest with you. We've had the Willpower Cup multiple times. I'm never really a fan of these 3-type cups because it's just generally rock, paper, scissors, right? Like the Element Cup, for example. But nonetheless, you know, we still have the Willpower Cup. We're going to have the Willpower Cup and the Master League. So I'll probably stick it out in Master League, but I might jump into Willpower Cup for some sets. We'll see. I mean, I'm not really sure, but I'm leaning towards Master League. Which one are you going to be playing? Let me know. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and dive right into it. So starting off, the rank 1 actually is Ponyard. Ponyard is so good for this meta. I do actually have enough XLs. I checked yesterday, but you know, I don't have a good one. So I don't have a good rank 1, so I can't build it yet, unfortunately. But this one is a big investment, a lot of XL candy, but it is worth it. A lot of Stardust if you have it. It's just so good. It's got that Fury Cutter and Fury Cutter Night Slash. Fury Cutter with that buff. I mean, Willpower Cup was not a thing. It was a thing before Fury Cutter got the buff, but ever since it got the buff, it's going to be even better. So yeah, definitely want a Ponyard, and you'll be looking really good if you have one. Metang also has Fury Cutter as well, so another really good Pokemon. Definitely want to go with the Shadow one. I would recommend if you have it. I don't have a Shadow at all of Metang. I have Shadow Metagrosses that I evolved in the past, but I don't have one. Hopefully I can get one because I'm willing to use one even if it's not good. I'll build one. And then we have Murkrow. Another Shadow I do not have, and another Pokemon I did not expect to ever become useful, you know? So I do have regular ones, of course. I don't know if I have a good one. But yeah, no, I mean, this thing has Peck, Dark Pulse, and it's just, I mean, it's a really powerful Pokemon now. Murkrow is really good, and I'm all for it. I love it. I love it. Murkrow's a great Pokemon. So yeah, I definitely want to use this one. Gladola is another one that's going to be good. Going to be doing well, obviously, with the Mud Slap. Against those steel typings, and you know, it does have Rock Tomb for the flying types. Obviously Mudslap is going to be heavily resisted. Then we have Annihilate as a fighting type, counter, and Rage Fist. We know how powerful that is. Going to be doing well against the dark types, you know, of course. Obviously it doesn't like fairies or psychics though, so it does have to watch out for that. Mandibuzz, probably want to go with Air Slash. It really depends on this team, but I'm leaning towards Air Slash. Mandibuzz, but you know, obviously Snarl is still a thing, but Snarl is going to be resisted by the dark typing. Galarian Moltres with that Sucker Punch, we know how powerful it is. Sucker Punch, Fly, Brave Bird, really strong stuff. Sableye, always been a great save swap, right, generally speaking. I mean, obviously there's some fairies in this meta, you know, we have the Galarian Rapidash, we have the Hatene, is that what it's called? Which does have Charm. I don't know how common they'll be. I think the Rapidash will be common. Speaking of Rapidash, the Fairy Wind Body Slam combination, absolutely incredible. It also has Mega Horn. It has the Wild Charge. I think that was a Community Day move. I don't know what move you want on this. Probably the Mega Horn, honestly, because it's going to be doing super effective damage towards the Psychic types. So that's probably what you would want. And then for the A rank, we do have Guzzlord. Guzzlord's going to be pretty good. The only thing is, it really doesn't want to battle against the Fury Cutter users, right? Obviously, the two steel typings, we have the Ponyard and the Metang. It doesn't want to see. Although, you know, yeah, I mean, definitely doesn't want to see the Ponyard, right? Then we have Morpeko as another Pokemon to see. Man, I'm telling you, if you don't have Ponyard, it might be better going into the Master League. But the problem is, you might not. If you don't have the Master League investments, I don't know. I mean, Ponyard does have counters. It's not like it's unbeatable, but yeah, I'm just saying. Like, Morpeko's another one that has powerful attacks, or will obviously super powerful. Drapion is a great safe swap, of course. Generally speaking, I think it will be a pretty good safe swap. I mean, even if a Clado comes in, you do have the super effective Crunch. Not that that's a good matchup for the Drapion, but still, you still have some play. So even if they bring in their hard answers, and I would go with the Shadow one. Primeape, another one with the Rage Fist, of course, the Karate Chop. And then we have kommo-o as a Dragon type Pokemon, which is going to be really cool. It's a fighting type, but so it is eligible, but the Dragon typing is going to be cool on it as well. Same with the Guzzlord. And Clanging Scales is so powerful. And Upper Hand. This Pokemon really got buffed this season, giving it Upper Hand and the Dragon Tail rework and stuff. And then we have Spiritomb. Spiritomb has Sucker Punch. And then Kingambit. Kingambit has Metal Sound. It gets to its moves really fast. So, I actually have a Kingambit that I did not build, but I do want to use it. I probably will play Willpower Cup just to use Kingambit, because I've never used a Kingambit, and I'm really excited to try it out. And I think, I mean, Metal Sound, it gets to the moves so fast. It's like 5 Metal Sounds to get to the move. It's really fast to get to it. So, Kingambit, I do think will put in a lot of work this meta. So I will try Willpower Cup just so I can try Kingambit. I would love to get a good Pawniard though before. I just don't know how I'm gonna get it. And then we have a B rank. We have Machoke, which could be another fighting type. I think Primeape and Annihilate are just better, especially the Annihilate. Zweilous is another Dragon type. If you want to run Dragon, just have to watch out for the Steel types in the meta. Obviously resisting the Dragon type damage or the Fairy Pokemon too, like Hatterene, is that how you pronounce it? I think it is. This Pokemon has Charm. I mentioned that earlier, right? This has Charm. Charm did have a damage decrease, but it does get to the moves faster. But it's still going to do really well against the Dog types. But we do have a good amount of Steel types too, so something to keep in mind. And then we have Sneasler. Sneasler could be pretty good in this meta with Shadow Claw. Shadow Claw is a great move, as we know. And it's a fighting and poison type as well. We do have Malamar. Now, Malamar is interesting because generally speaking, you expect to see it with Psywave, and you could run Psywave on it, but it also gets Peck, and Peck was buffed this season, so you could run Malamar with Peck. Then we have Greninja. Greninja, the deadly Hydro Cannons, right? I mean, anything in this meta generally doesn't want to take, unless if it's a dragon, does not want to take a Hydro Cannon, so... You know, as a safe swap, I think it could do pretty well. Obviously, you know, the Fairy types are a problem. Fury Cutter is a problem. But still, I mean, they probably still want to respect the Hydro Cannon. Other options, we have some Pokemon. I don't think these are really going to be that useful, like Pormot. I don't think it's going to be that common. Hakamo-o as another Dragon type is actually not bad. It got Rock Tomb this season, which is pretty cool. And then we have Thievul. I don't think we'll see it. Pango. Don't think we'll see that fighting type as often as the other fighting type Pokemon. If you're going with a fighting type, you're probably going to go with that Annihilate, most definitely. And then we have Umbreon, we have Hisuian Crowfish. Hisuian Crowfish is actually a pretty good safe swap, and it's spammy, so it does get to moves fast. Hydreigon, Hisuian Samurott could be interesting. This one has Fury Cutter, right? I think it has Fury Cutter. And then, which was buffed, of course, and then Icy Wind. It doesn't have Hydro Cannon, it's not the other Samurott. And then Icy Wind, and is it Dark Pulse? I want to say that's the moveset, I'm blanking on it. I think that is, because I think I did build it this season, or last season, actually. Low Kicks, Poliwrath, you know, another counter user, Alolan Raichu, and then Cresselia. Cresselia, probably not going to see too much play. It does have Moonblast for the Dark types, but it really doesn't want to battle Dark type Pokemon, generally speaking, right? Let's just go ahead and move on to the solid team options. A lot of ABB teams. We have Pawniard in the lead with double fighting, Primeape, and Annihilate. Obviously, the backline hates fairies, right? Definitely doesn't want to see that. But Pawniard does resist the fairy types, and if it's a Galarian, Rapidash, that's also a psychic type. So, same with Hatterene. So, the fairy cutters are doing neutral damage towards that. It's not resisted. Same with Night Slash. So, looking pretty good, I think. You know, with this team. And then next up, we do have a double fairy team. So we put the Galarian, with the Hatterene and the Galarian Rapidash. Galarian Rapidash definitely is a safe swap. And then we have Clado in the lead. So backline obviously hates the steel types that you might see. But Clado going to be doing super effective damage with the Mud Slap. And next up, we do have Metang in the lead. Double Dark Flying Samandibuzz and Galarian Moltres. You could put a Shadow Murkrow on the team if you want instead of one of these, like instead of the Mandibuzz maybe. Backline hates the fairy types. Obviously, you don't want to see those. But the Metang, similar to the first team, right? The Metang could be Pawniard as well. Next up, we do have Double Dragon with Kingambit in the lead. So again, backline hates fairies. Kingambit is a steel type, so it's good. It's also a dog type though. So even though that's the thing, even though like the Pawniard and the Kingambit are steel types. They're not resisting fairy. Did I say they were resisting fairy earlier? I may have accidentally mentioned that. It's late. I'm tired. I don't know. Metang is, though, because it's a psychic type. It's not a dark type. So they're not resisting the fairy moves like charm. They're taking neutral damage from it. But yeah, I mean, so, and if you go up against a dragon type, you are resisting dragon type damage with King Gambit, or Ponyard, which is good for that, obviously. So that's good for that. So the next team is going to be Murkrow in the lead, or Shadow Murkrow. Again, like if you have a Shadow one, I'll definitely go with the Shadow version of it. Glowing Rapidash and Ponyard. I swear, I'm telling you, I really, really think Ponyard is just going to dominate this meta. I know it's going to, so hopefully you have a good one. But I think both of these could work as safe swaps. Ponyard honestly could be a really good safe swap in this meta. And then the final team is going to be Sableye in the back with Drapion, and then Hatterene in the lead with Charm. Could be Galarian Rapidash in the lead instead if you want to. But yeah, so again, backline, both of them could be safe swaps. Probably the Drapion though, just in case they have a fairy. But either way, let me know what you think of these teams. I don't know, this is Willpower Cup. There's going to be a lot of ABB teams, a lot of Ponyard. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.